play live.
Okay. I think we're live. You guys want to? You
Send
want me to
me-
link it, or do you
You're
want
the
me
one.
to just?
Go ahead and link it.
Yeah,
Go ahead and link it real quick.
I didn't even think about it, but I'll jump in it just to give it a count.
Yeah.
Same. I'll do the same. I'm gonna start the recording though on mine.
Share, copy link,
Alright,
Discord.
recording in progress.
Oh God, why would you share that picture of me?
Oh, I didn't even realize Debbie sent it.
This how I look. I look like one
Except
of those.
posted in
Like,
the other one. Birds.
yeah, I
Who'da
look
thought?
so nerdy. Okay. Great. So I'm just like a huge nerd, huh?
So wait, were you wearing Debbie's glasses or were those yours?
His
I have my own
own.
pair.
He liked my
I
glasses so
convinced
much,
him.
he bought his own.
I convinced him
Yeah.
to buy one. Yeah.
Nope.
They are really nice. I can't even hate on them. All right. You guys ready to start?
All right,
We're
I
live.
did-
Yeah, we're live.
All right, we got live. Yeah. Welcome to
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Somewhat Petty Podcast. My name is Dusty AF. Today on the show, we got Wolfgang, we got Dorky Raptor, All Day Wong, and Debbie Daddy.
Hello.
Awesome,
Hello.
awesome.
Hello,
Hello,
We
everyone.
can go ahead and start off
Yes.
with something like mostly all of us shared, Diablo. So, yes, Elon Musk shared a live footage of him playing Diablo 4 on, X, Twitter. Yep. Hate it. Hate that I know this news, Hate
He
it.
speed ran it. Yep, on
Any-
hardcore.
Anybody watch
On
it?
hardcore. No.
I did
Of
not
course,
watch it.
that guy
No.
right there.
I
That
don't
guy
just
at
know
work.
that
When
everyone
he's
said
so busy
he
at work.
loves
The
Diablo.
stressful week. Yep.
This was the worst
He's all
week.
like,
This was.
it was the worst week. And yeah, he's all like, what? Make time for Elon Musk. Like, why not? Look, he's playing.
What? You don't like Elon?
Anyways. No.
So,
Not
so
Diablo
may-
for that much.
so may I ask, like, what was the speed run? Was it? I'm assuming the campaign.
Campaign, yes.
Yeah, and it wasn't hardcore.
It was in hardcore.
Oh, really?
Yep.
How fast?
No idea.
Oh,
Oh, you didn't
okay.
watch the whole. Fake
No,
fan.
I didn't catch it.
Did you get a horse?
I don't know. You might have not even beat the game, guys.
That's right. I forgot. You only played 4 days.
Yeah, I think
Anyways,
I played
anyways.
for Debbie. Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, it's a story, guys. Come on. Anyways, then yes, and then there's gonna be a whole collab between Diablo 4 and Call of Duty. So nice.
Disrespecting
skins,
both
right?
franchises.
Yeah.
Do we
So
have-
cringe.
We
do
do
we have
both.
any?
Yep, 100%.
Do we have any screenshots we can share of that?
Let me pull one up.
I think the Call of Duty update just went through because it also includes Spawn and also
Yeah,
Yeah,
Walter,
well,
just
Spawn-
play.
Dude.
Log in.
Yeah.
You'll see it.
Is this gonna make you jump back in? Are they gonna get the platinum? Go for platinum?
Oh, okay, makes
Look
me
at that
sick.
smile.
Yeah, you're never going
Mm.
back. He's gonna go back secretly, not tell anyone. He doesn't want to be killed.
I think you just need to realize, like Dustin, that it's not that bad. Apparently, they played like opening day, and then they're like, "Wow, it's so long to queue up." It's like, yes, you played opening night, So.
Oh,
Yeah.
the beta. Yeah.
Servers.
On the beta.
Anyways, but other crossovers we got Master Chief and Siege.
Oh yes, I'm very excited. I saw the video for this, like the announcement trailer, or whatever, and it's Master Chief going, and then I see he has a sledgehammer on his back, and I'm like, oh, that's a little weird. And then it's a skin for Sledge. It's not another character like they did.
That is
They added
awful.
Sam Fisher, Splinter Cell. He's a character. He's an actual character. But
okay.
for Halo, nah, you're a skin for Sledge, one of the weakest characters in the game. Yes,
Nah.
I don't like Sledge. I hate
No, that Sam Fisher
so-
actually sounds badass.
yeah, Sam Fisher
because-
was cool.
Rarely do we hear anything anymore. No more. It's sadness. No more Splinter Cell for some time. It's been a while though.
Hell, we don't hear anything
Yeah,
about
I-
Halo anymore.
Well, there was that rumor that did they announce it, the Splinter Cell remake? So that's supposed to be coming at some point. It was rumored. I don't
Well,
remember, but I'm excited for
eh,
the remake. So
yeah, as long as Michael Ironside is in there, then I'm fine. But
he
uh,
wasn't in the last one. He's not gonna be in one either.
we'll see.
What, Blacklist? Yeah, Blacklist. Him. But yeah, excited for
Um,
the. It would make me go back if I had an actual squad to run Siege, but I don't. And they're on what, year 7, something like that.
They
Yeah,
are far deep. Yep.
it's a
Why don't you
different
play
game.
it? You play Xbox, Dustin, right? Why don't you
Year
into like
8.
Halo and Siege?
I actually have Siege. I just suck at it so bad that I got kicked out of a couple games and I
Oh,
got frustrated and I never
that's so sad.
played it again.
Is that
Yep.
okay? Remind. So this is the one that you can like break through walls and stuff, right? That's like the
Yeah.
thing.
It is
It's
one of
like
them.
search
Yeah,
and
it is one of them.
destroy, but like super hardcore.
But better. Yeah, but way better. I would never play
Mhm.
Search and Destroy in Call of Duty, but I would play Siege.
I know you wouldn't play search and
Mm,
destroy in Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
mm. Anyway, so Microsoft, big company, yes. So yes, Capcom, another nice big company, up and coming. So they were asked like, hey, what would you do if like Microsoft gave you an offer, you know? And funny enough, yeah, they said they would decline. What do y'all
Yeah,
guys think it
we
would
would
look like if,
respectfully decline from
yeah,
your
yeah,
offer.
I
Was it
yeah.
No, I think it was politely declined,
We're
right?
Politely.
workers,
That-
you
Oh, okay,
know? Yeah,
politely.
yeah. I'm
yeah.
I'm still I'm still kind of fishy about it because they really put in a lot of the stuff in other, like, Capcom's kind of very they're
Secretive.
very picky, secretive, but at the same time they try to keep everything like within themselves. But I mean, back a couple years ago we had like Capcom like canceled like a few of the games that they were in the making, and they also
Yeah.
closed a few studios. So like Clover, a favorite of mine, just like they closed down, but then they still use their IPs. Also, even if they bought it, I don't know, unless Xbox could bring Dino Crisis on there, then yeah. Other than that, nah. Or no Kami 2. I would take that.
Oh,
Well,
Dino
they
Crisis. That'd be great. Never played that
well,
one.
they had
I would love
Exo
to.
Primal. What was that dinosaur game? Was it Exo Primal?
Exo Primal.
Yeah, I was getting
Oh, that's the recent
vibes
one,
with
right?
dinosaur
Yeah.
games.
Man, yeah.
I
That
To
would
think
be
bring
more
like
honest,
the
Capcom
biggest games
will
out
count.
there, like Street Fighter 6, very popular, that would belong to Xbox. Resident Evil, same
oh
Make
thing.
sure they
yeah,
get more
Monster
third-party
Hunter.
games, and then
but
make them
but I,
first-party.
but I think because of those franchises, I think that's why they are in a position to decline
Yeah.
Xbox. Like Capcom has just been on a roll lately with their leading franchises. Obviously, they're trying to get some new ones out there, like that. What was it? The game that you mentioned, Will, with the dinosaurs?
Exo
Exo
Primal.
Primal was that?
Yeah,
Capcom?
Exo Primal. But to be honest, what I got out of this, it was just good to hear. It's like
That's Capcom.
refreshing to hear that companies would like to stay independent in today's
Would
world
say no.
where
I
people are just
mean,
being gobbling up.
Volition just closed just recently.
I
The ones that
know
made
Saints Row.
Saints Row.
Yeah,
And
that's it. That's all I remember from them. So.
well, it wasn't even not because of the game, it's because of the fact that it was the company that were already they just wanted like, okay, where can we cut costs? And then that was like the option
Yeah.
that they wanted. Just let's just save some money by cutting them out. And it's just there's
Yeah,
a lot of
I don't
there's a
know.
lot of stories about it,
I know, but Capcom. I think Capcom is on the same level as Konami for me, just like in terms of studio. Like I'm sure they do other stuff besides make video games, right? But I think what Walter said was right, that they have all their titles is what's keeping them afloat, I guess, or keeping them on top.
And
Like
and
Resident
they're
Evil.
and they're banging right now. Like those Resident
Yeah.
Evil remakes they're ridiculous. Like
And sorry, Debbie, I'm gonna mess up your little flow here, but like Resident Evil on the iPhone, like
Hate it.
I
Hate it.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Literally.
it's gonna be a full price game. It's
Sony
$60.
is shaking.
I was
Sony
like-
is
There's a history
shaking,
of mobile
shifting their
gaming.
entire
Yep.
focus
No.
onto mobile with
Dustin
their new
doesn't even like
president.
Resident Evil or mobile gaming, but he can't wait.
Yep, he's like, I gotta buy this,
That
I'm gonna
is
spend the $60 to never play this game on my iPhone.
that is day one. I literally
We
have
have
I have it on PS5. Come
the
on.
console for it, You put the
I
console
literally
for
have
it.
my accessory ready for it. and then this clips
Hey.
onto the Xbox controller. Yep.
Only
Hey,
Apple
This is gonna be
fanboys.
me. This is gonna be me.
I guess if you don't have a dedicated setup for TV and video games, I get it.
Only
See, but
Apple
I'll be playing
fanboys.
at work.
Right?
I'll be playing at work.
But also that, like, you can connect your phone to the TV. Like, how big would it?
I could literally just stream my iPad, mirror
Yeah.
it to the Apple TV. You know,
How bad is it gonna look to an actual console? Yeah.
I'm
Maybe what
so
720p,
interested to see how-
1080p?
how it's gonna be executed. And
No, in all serious though, I am curious to see how it does pan out because I don't know if this has changed, but I don't think most phone people like to spend that much on one game for an app.
yeah,
and
definitely.
Two, it's like, just looking at it, like it's $60 right now, or it's going to be $60 for the iPhone. Right now, you could go buy the game on PlayStation 5 for $40, and for $10 more, you could get the brand new DLC that just came out last week. That's critically acclaimed. It's being rated pretty high. Sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like, so for $50, you get the game at a better experience and the DLC.
Exactly. Better experience.
And then
Right,
here
and
you go.
remind me again, how much is the iPhone 15? Tell me.
60.
I know. You're paying,
Starts
yeah.
on
How much is the
1200.
phone? Yeah, and how much is the PS5 or an Xbox, Series X combined?
Yeah.
I know.
Right?
Combined.
I
But
know.
the whole point is
I
so you
know.
could be an Apple sheep and play with your AirPods Max.
Yeah, but then someone's gonna call you, and now they're gonna interrupt your gameplay, and
Yeah,
then
you
or
can't
you get
get
your
emergency.
messages.
Ooh.
Oh, hey,
Luckily
Dusty,
for me,
we're going
I
on
have an
Discord.
iPad, guys. I have an iPad. You see, my iPad
I
will
know,
not do
I
not
feel like-
disturb. You can still hit me up on my Apple Watch.
Okay.
You know?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
more portable.
that's how we do it.
Hate it.
That's how we
You're
do
like,
it.
he can hide this from the boss better. He could he already doesn't work at work, and then now it's gonna be like, they just made it easier for me to game at work, so great. But anyways, moving back
How
to
often do
real
you-
consoles. No, real consoles. We're not doing that. Anyways, PlayStation, which Justin doesn't have, so let's shut him up for a little bit. Yes. So okay, Sony systems being hacked. Awesome. Gotta say anything?
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have a
Uh,
PlayStation.
So what I heard is that they have about like 6,000 files, and I think Sony has yet to like comment more than they're just still investigating the situation. I don't know
Yeah.
if we passed one of their deadlines. It's been a long week for me, so I don't know if there's
Yeah.
been any
Yes, the
additional
28th.
updates to that.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah, it
like,
was
so-
yesterday.
And the last I checked, my bank account's still good, so I
Yeah,
think I'm
see,
safe
I don't
there.
think
Uh,
I don't think they got any like a
Hilarious.
user account info, because if they did, they'd have to report it. And I think they just got a bunch of like, I don't want to say nonsense info because no info is nonsense for a business.
The
but
cache
I
files.
don't think it's anything. Yeah, I don't think it's anything related to the users, so they're not fully obligated to tell people. That's my
At the very
theory.
At the very least, maybe we should all change our passwords. So I don't know. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Two-form
Not a bad
authentication.
idea.
Set up
Never a
two
bad
More
idea.
simple 1, 2, 3.
So make sure you get that text message. If it's from Sony and you're not logged in, you already know you got to change it.
I don't know.
Anyways,
And-
to incentivize you to get yourself a PlayStation, you can have a free game, as long as you buy yourself a console before October. So, or
Yeah.
October 20th, I think, whatever. Yeah. Yep.
So
Are y'all guys gonna
the-
pick one from there?
does I'm curious. Has anybody looked into this? Like, if I already have
I've-
one, can I get one of these games? That'd be great.
Right, I
Yeah.
always hated that too. That's the free PS.
Usually
Yeah.
I think it was. I think some of them come with like a physical copy, or even then it comes with the digital copy.
I was
You
looking
can get
at
a free game.
Polygon is where I was looking
It
at,
looks
and
like
it says
I'm on the Verge.
Yeah.
It says
Went to Game Rant.
never funny.
yeah, because apparently it's a digital version because they're saying you got to go into your settings to claim it, or
Oh, you
Just,
gotta make a PSN account.
Yeah, it looks like it's
Mhm.
new.
So yeah,
Okay,
new
you do have to
users.
be brand new.
So the list is basically both Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, Ghost of Tsushima. Ooh, that one's good. Ratchet and Clank, if you're a Ratchet and Clank fan. Demon Souls, Last of Us Part 1, Sackboy, Returnal, the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collections, and Death Stranding Director's Cut. I just got that
Those
for
are
10
all
bucks.
yeah, those are all PlayStation exclusives, right?
It's-
Well,
yeah.
PS5,
Almost.
PC. So
Yeah, like
Mhm.
PS5 dedicated stuff.
yeah,
So if you like,
if you
if
don't,
you had to
for some
pick
reason you
one,
don't
is
have a
it
PS5.
like with Spider-Man 2 on the horizon? I think it would be like a no-brainer to grab one of those Spider-Mans
It-
with it.
Oh yeah. I would have suggested God of War Ragnarok, but it's best to like get the first one or the
Ragnarok.
previous one.
I agree. Yeah,
But
I agree with that. The thing with
Now-
Spider-Man, they give you not the remastered Spider-Man, Miles Morales, right? That was the only
Mhm.
Spider-Man on
Oh,
there?
that's a choice.
Now, I don't want to nitpick here, but I am a little disappointed that they did separate Miles Morales and the Spider-Man remaster. Like, because I know they do have like a bundle pack with both of them that I think is like just like a full price game. So a little bummed out about that. But again, I'm nitpicking. I was like, it would be awesome to pick one of these games up just off the bat.
Now I would do Ghost of Tsushima. If you like samurai stuff, that is the perfect game.
Still need to play this one. That one. Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah, I haven't beat it yet. That's one of the ones where I'm like, I can beat this if I really wanted to, but I too many games. Hard to go back, you know?
That's what we're petty.
Like
Too many games.
I went back to play Cyberpunk because of the 2.0 update. Man, is that game great. Like I even like started watching videos, like shorts and TikToks about it, and I just like it. I'm so glad they redid this game.
Yeah. No, that's another one.
Did you play the original Cyberpunk? You did, right?
Kinda, maybe like a couple hours, 3-4 hours, and I was like, not for me, can't do it. Too
Okay.
many bugs, couldn't get through it. But then I redid it from the beginning, and I'm starting to like it. I'm going for like a katana build. I see people like deflecting bullets, and I'm like, oh, that looks so much fun. Yeah. Then I saw like the mono wire build. They have like this wire they pull out, and they start using it to kill people. Man, great. Very excited for it.
Is it bug free?
Getting me excited.
Pretty much. I mean, I haven't noticed anything really. I
Any
mean,
frame drops or nothing?
no, I'm playing on Series X, so on performance.
Nice,
'Cause
nice, nice.
Who would do quality, you know?
Who would do quality?
Wait, let me see.
Oh, guys, good things come to those who wait. So I know for sure, like the Devil May Cry anime coming out on Netflix. It was announced in like 2018. So it's coming out.
But I'm
I'm
excited.
very
I like
excited.
There was
I
a
like
trailer recently that showed like a teaser of it. That one looks fun. There was a Devil May Cry anime before, but
there was I forget that exists. I have to go back and look. Like, was there really one before?
I've seen it. It's actually pretty good. It's a little bit more the day to day kind of like between the games or something like that. Like it's a little bit more serious.
Okay. But I'm glad Netflix does it. I mean, I like Seven Deadly Sins. I've watched some other of their animes, I'm pretty sure, on Netflix, and I've liked them so far. So I'm excited to see the new Devil May Cry on there. But I
Being
don't
sucked
know.
into anime. And then apparently
Yeah.
there's also another one, Castlevania Nocturne or something like that, which great, another one that was gonna like suck me in. But
No, I
So
didn't play the Castlevania games back in the day.
this is the Nocturne. It actually takes place with Richter Belmont. Because there was a Castlevania. That one was really good, but it had a different Belmont on that one, and that one was really good. It's 4 seasons, but they're like the first 2 are like very short, and the rest are kind of like at normal pacing. But this is Nocturne, so it takes place like a few centuries after, but with Richter from Rondo of Blood, and it's taking place right now in France. I just watched the first episode earlier today when I was eating my dinner, and it looks more promising. There's only 8 episodes though. If you're a fan of Castlevania, or if you're interested, it's not for kids. It's very bloody and gory, so not for the faint of heart on some things. So
Is it worth a
I
watch?
guess from the last episode, one of my regrets is never playing Castlevania game or Castlevania like games. Like I've never played any of them.
You never played like a Metroid?
No, I never played any
Ooh.
Metroid either, ever. And I know that Metroid Prime Remaster was this year, right?
Yes,
Uh,
it was
this
last
year.
year.
Yep.
Last year.
Yeah,
Last year.
it was.
Oh, was it last
Oh
year?
no.
Oh, it was
He's
this year,
talking
right?
about the remaster. I'm sorry. I was thinking about
Yeah,
Oh, the 3D one.
yeah,
Yeah.
the like
and
Game of the
yeah,
Year nominee one last year.
apparently that was a great one, and I just haven't played. Also, another game that came out in 2023. You know, Game of the Year. No,
I forgot that game Shadow dropped.
yeah, Shadow dropped. It did.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Just
Yeah, it
like
was just
Hi-Fi
like after a
Rush.
direct.
That
Mhm.
was
Just
also
like Hi-Fi
this year.
Rush this
Hi-Fi
year.
Rush. Too
Yay.
many games. Too many games. But I don't know. I'm trying to get Debbie into watching more anime. We started watching the Nier Automata anime, really good anime,
Oh, that's
and
right. I remember you
she
telling me about
like
that.
she liked it. She will
Does it follow
watch
true
it.
to the
It's
game?
it's pretty close, but the game's kind of like all over the place. So it's
Yeah.
a little hard to follow true because you got to beat it
Yeah.
once, and then you beat it again, and then you beat it a third
And
time
then
and a
third
fourth time.
time.
Yeah.
4
Wait,
times?
I'm sorry. It was bothering me. Metroid Dread was
Dread.
2022. That was the Game of the Year one. And then this year you were right, Will. We had Metroid Prime remastered. Also rated very, very high. I don't know if it would be Game of the Year because it's a remaster, but I know
Yeah,
that
I don't
was
know.
received
I
very
mean,
well.
I say any game you play can be Game of the Year, but I'm not sure what
Yeah.
the Game Awards does.
If it hits the dopamine levels, that's your game of the year.
Like I know Giant Bomb does like favorite old game you're playing or something like that. They can put any game they want. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, but anime
Yeah.
Debbie,
Video game
anime
donkey is
Debbie.
always Super Mario Brothers 2.
Do you
Super
still play
Mario
that?
Brothers 2.
Yeah.
Well, just 3 Mario games or 2 Mario games and a Peach game coming out this year too. So
Yeah. Mario RPG. I don't know if they're
Mario
all this
RPG.
year though. I think a lot of them are
No,
next year.
Super Mario Wonder is
Wonder.
in October. I
20,
believe.
same day as Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Ooh. Two
Yep.
fights right there. That's I don't know that
Yeah.
could be
I don't
the
know.
grand that
I'm
could
gonna
be the
drop,
main event right there. So
I'm
we'll see how
dropping
that goes.
everything and just buying both of those.
Right. What are you gonna
Nice.
play first? That's the real question.
like,
You're
I
gonna play
just-
Spider-Man first, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, which one are you playing first?
Mario or Spider-Man? You know.
It depends, kind of like what my work day is like. Like if I had like a super stressful day, it'll probably be Mario. But if like I'm like gun ho and ready, like mentally sharp, Spider-Man.
I can see that.
I was like, yeah.
Plus, the story's great. I like Spider-Man story. You know.
Mhm. Or if the kids want to play, if
Right.
the kids are like up for it, because usually they're not. But if they are up to play with me, we'll probably start Mario first.
Oh, that's a good one. I wanted to try that
Mhm.
Disney. It's not Dreamlight Valley, is it? No, that's the.
Oh, are you talking about that 4-player one?
Yeah, that one.
With
I forget what it's called.
But
But that
it
one,
was
I want
like
to try it with the kids. I want to try that one with the kids. That one looks like a good kid game.
Oh, it's not a new game, right?
it is a new
It's a
game.
Illusion
It
Island.
is-
Oh, it is.
Disney
It is in the
Illusion Island.
style of the old style Mickey. Like, isn't that style?
Yeah, think of like Cuphead
Mm.
style. You want
Oh,
to think
wow.
like modernize it? It's kind of like Cuphead, I guess. It looks like Cuphead, but that's the game that I really want to try with the kids. Apparently, it has kind of simple controls, so hopefully my oldest can get into it.
Pick it up. Nice.
He's into Spider-Man right now, and that's not
he
easy.
refuses- No, it's not. He just swings around, runs around, and then
Kind
he
of.
Hey, that's
picks up.
all you gotta do.
He hasn't gone
Yeah.
past the tutorial yet.
Kind of would have put him on Reddit too, like the online gaming, the hunting. How he just
Yeah.
hunts animals. But
That's hard though, even if he has the gun. But there's some VR hunting games like the Duck Hunt VR. It's you just stand there and point.
automatically aims for you. What do you mean? You just kind of point in the general direction. And it shoots.
The
It's
auto
easy for you.
assist.
Yeah, the aim
That's
assist.
cool.
Yeah,
Oh, the aim assist the duck hunt, but yeah.
I miss.
And the
I miss
game's
Duck Hunt.
coming to Switch.
Oh, you know what I miss? I'm sorry. Speaking of Duck Hunt, Time Crisis. I think what was
Oh, I
that
love
last
Time
time?
Crisis.
Time
The
Crisis.
PlayStation 2. Oh,
Time
my
Crisis.
goodness.
Arcade
Yeah.
games are my favorite.
The
Favorite
the
games.
Divergent still has a Time Crisis 2 arcade. I sometimes hit that up once in a while. So
Some of
good.
the Peter Pipers have them too.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean-
they have like the newer ones if they have it now.
Nah, other than for regards about arcade shooters, my favorite of all of them, other than Time Crisis, is either House of the Dead or The Lost World Jurassic Park. That one,
That-
The Lost World,
honestly-
was it is like the fastest compared to all the other Jurassic Park games that I played.
Is that where you
There-
sit in one?
No, you don't sit in it.
Okay.
I know which one you're talking about. There was like an old one that actually had the chair moving, and then
Yeah.
there was like the current one where you could just sit and you just shoot. But I think my favorite though is because this one is the Lost World Jurassic Park. The animation was a lot faster and smoother, and it's fast paced. And there's a place up in Fort Worth, Side Arcade, that had it. So I tried, and it's on free play mode. So I was just dual wielding, just trying what
that's
I
neat.
can.
With the two
Yeah.
players, the first player and two player.
Yeah,
There's
pretty
a
fun.
there was
Nice.
what was that place we went to, Debbie? That was like a party. Like it just had a bunch of arcades and like pool tables, whatever it was called. But they had
City?
2 Time Crisis machines, or like one machine. It's 2 players, same thing, free to play. Had both of them, just started shooting, started blasting. Real fun
Oh,
when you can go akimbo.
Yeah, Time Crisis, man. I remember I thought I broke my arm because I played what was it, Time Crisis 3, I think, on PS2. My friend let me borrow it for like a week, so I wanted to get the most out of it. I played it nonstop. I swear, my arm was so like just done.
Walter plays hard. He plays hard, and he
Walter
hurts
plays
himself in the
hard.
process.
Yeah.
Go hard, go home, or
Nice. That
play
was-
hard at home.
VR is getting like that for me. Like I'm trying to get more into my Oculus Quest 2, just so I can justify buying it, I guess, and just trying to play some more games. And I get tired. There's that Sword and Sorcery, I think is what it's called, and it's you either have a sword, bow and arrow, a staff, great sword. You can do magic and just like swinging your arms around for a while, not holding anything, and you just get tired of it. Not like tired.
Did
but
anybody
fun.
see Oculus Quest 3?
Oh, I
No.
heard about it. They're adding a subscription service to it too, right?
Are they
Or is
really?
that already there? I think they might
Oh,
Oh,
already
I don't
have one.
know.
Yeah, let me see.
That does not
Okay.
sound fun with subscription. I mean, if,
Well, you
if you
get
don't have the
get
time,
games.
Is it still tied to
Get games
Facebook?
from it.
I want to say it probably is
Yes,
still tied to
it's
Facebook.
Meta.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
it's Meta.
Meta. Yeah, it's gonna be tied to it.
Ouch.
Meta Quest Plus VR subscription from Meta.com. It
Yeah,
is
if you-
$8 a month or $60 a year.
Are you serious?
Lump
Yeah,
it in
60
there
You
with
still
the
get
guys.
you still get access to the other games that were on there.
Do you? I thought it was gonna be like Xbox or PlayStation. You have to redeem it. You keep it as long as you have it. But if you miss a
Hmm.
year, then you don't get or miss a month, you don't get those.
Oh, really? Kind of like the
I think-
PlayStation Plus or Gold subscription.
Yeah, like Gold or Plus. Yeah, I think it is for
Ah.
more than just 3. I think you can buy it now for if you have the Quest 2.
Hey, but
This year,
going back to VR, that is a big problem. Sweating. Like I do feel like that does deter me sometimes. Like I'm like, man, I really want to play some Beat Saber, and I'm like, do I really want to
Yeah.
get sweaty tonight? Like,
and then don't even get me started on sharing Beat Saber. You got the kids
Oh.
in the family coming up. You're like, how many of
Yeah.
these do I gotta buy to the replacement rubbers?
yeah,
so I
Dustin
cannot
came
have-
over to check it out, and yeah, we were like cleaning that
Went
thing.
so freaking hard.
It
Yeah,
was-
we had
yeah.
Lysol wipes to wipe it down from.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
definitely need that.
or something.
And then they also
There's
sell like the
something about
Elite
that.
headset too. It's like the Elite band to make it not feel so weird on your head. It's expensive, but I kind of want to try it. But I still need to justify buying the actual headset before I can buy
Oh,
accessories for it.
Just grow it out, Will, and just get a ponytail. That's what locks it in for me.
Hold it in.
Now,
Oh,
talking
there you
about VR related stuff, I wish maybe one day I can get that PlayStation VR 2 because regardless about how we're talking about Capcom and how they still cap their IPs, is Resident Evil 4 Remake is getting a VR later than sooner. That one,
Free, right?
it is going to be a free one. You have access to
Uh-huh.
it. You can actually everything, like you load your gun and everything because the VR comes with like the 2 controllers, so you can be in the game and have a lot of fun with it because everyone loves to shoot Ganados in there.
Question: does your file come over to VR mode, or is VR mode like a completely different game? Because that would be really cool if like my New Game Plus I could carry that into VR. I that would actually be something to look forward to.
I
That
do
would be
not
good.
know about that.
Yeah, I think No Man's Sky does that, and that's one of the reasons I want to get the PSVR 2s for No Man's Sky, just because I love No Man's Sky, and sitting in that cockpit or walking around on the planets just sounds really fun. Playing No Man's Sky better than Starfield, honestly. Although Starfield VR would be pretty cool. See,
Be a lot of loading screens.
that's my biggest problem now. I'm like what? I'm almost 100 hours in, and I still can't get over how many loading screens there are. Leaving the planet, fast traveling, just loading screens everywhere.
Yeah, because I don't know if I guess it was last week. Sorry, this week was a blur. Last week, yeah, like with the Cyberpunk dropping out, like I feel like a lot of the people and places I listened to were comparing Cyberpunk what it is now to Starfield. I feel like that was like everybody's favorite comparison to make, and that's when I found out about all the loading screens because they're saying that with Cyberpunk there's no loading. It's just quick go in out, do what you got to do. And then there's like, whereas the other one's a lot of loading screens in dark places. But yeah,
Yeah, like just hopping in the ship, there's like a loading screen, and then
Ooh.
going through a door, loading screen. It's literally like just remember how like Skyrim was. It's the same exact engine that's running it. So
Yeah, it's the worlds are a little not even the worlds. Like when you would go into the big towns in Skyrim, it would load that, but the actual like general world was just one big area. So that was neat.
mhm.
In Starfield, you don't have that. Even the planets are just like little regions that you explore, and then you have to leave and then pick a different region to get a new.
Yeah,
Even the
fast travel is
planets are
literally required. You can't.
yeah,
I mean, you can walk, but it's like hours. It's just a waste of time.
yeah.
that's what they were saying. That like you have to use the fast travel.
Hmm.
So we have Starfield, No Man's Sky, and there's another one that was kind of
For what
similar.
like what spacey games?
Yeah,
Space
spacey exploration games. Because No Man's Sky was
Is
actually
Dead
also
Space
had a
the same?
bad.
The Dead Space
Talking
Dead
games?
about
Space?
Star Citizen.
Yeah, Star
That's
Citizen.
what I want to try too.
Okay.
I wish I had a PC good enough to run that.
Is that even a real game, or isn't it still like in beta or something?
Probably.
Probably is
Yeah.
still actually. Can I play it on Steam Deck?
I doubt it, dude. I heard that game's like super hard to
People
run.
say it runs smooth. All right, one day I'll try it. It looks like fun. The other one is Eve Online. I wish I had gotten into it, but that sounds like another job. You know?
Yeah, I heard
Everyone
that's
know what
like
Eve
the
Online
Excel
is?
spreadsheet one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Excel spreadsheet.
Yes. Like
But
that's one of
I-
the games where I wish I had time.
I do know that if you ever I like the stories behind it. There is a lot of there's a book that actually has the lore of all the things that actually happened in game. Like um they had what's the word I'm looking for? They had like someone who did a corporate espionage. They went over to their rival company, worked up their way to the top, and then just decimated the whole company, just shut them down. And that's how they were able to win that one.
That's so cool.
See, I like not having conversations like there are many space games. I still want more. Why can't there be a lot of good space games, accessible space games?
Exploring wise, or like Dead Space also.
No, not Dead Space. I mean, Dead Space remake was great, but like just exploring wise, like I think No Man's Sky is the closest to what I really want because it has like after the official update, it had the base building and
Mhm.
the even like the ship travel is fantastic. You land, you go back up in the air, you land again, no loading. I mean, you see a planet, go to it. But obviously, just like Starfield, there is a limit. You can't cross galaxies because that's just too much. But you can go one big galaxy, 12 planets in that galaxy. And you can go to every one, no loading screens, ever. It is really good. I recommend to anyone who wants more exploring from Starfield, play No Man's Sky. You get base building and exploring, and it's just great.
Inside the planets, are there like hidden missions and all that?
There is a main story, and I think there are side missions, like because a lot of the planets have like stations or like outposts, I guess, and they'll have missions on there sometimes. But there's no actual like side missions except for like bounties and quests you get at one of the hubs One of the hubs
Okay.
gives you missions. But I recommend it. I love it. You want to play? It's multiplayer too. I would definitely play because it's
Hey, we have somebody
You
in the
play it on
chat
Xbox?
asking, when are we getting GTA 6?
huh.
I say 2 more
6
years
years.
before.
2 years? I say 2 years before it's announced officially. Here's the trailer announced.
Oh, and
Yeah,
then
it's
we
gonna be a hot minute.
Because here's
I'm
a big question:
guessing.
do they cut GTA Online, or do they move it over
No.
to GTA 6? Because that's the real reason it's
Ooh,
probably not a
yeah.
6 yet. Because they can't cut it from 5 yet, and there's already you can buy online separately, but it's still using like the GTA 5 engine, I guess. So are they gonna
I
make a
think they'll
new
move it
online?
over. They'll
You think
shut it.
so?
GTA Online. They'll shut it down, and it's only gonna be GTA 6 after a couple years.
So what they did to
Yeah,
like
there you go. After a
Overwatch?
couple of years, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, so now the thing is though, are they really gonna cut it if everyone's still playing GTA 5? Because if they still see that there is a big fan base, especially with the role playing servers and everyone putting all their time into it,
Yeah.
And more importantly,
they
the money.
might just.
See,
But you know
mods.
what? It's the shark codes or the shark money or whatever that is that it's giving them extra cash. So that's the revenue right there because people want to like, oh, I want the max amount of money instead of grinding for it. You can just buy your way through everything.
See, but
Um,
there's precedent for this. Overwatch 2, they completely cut off Overwatch 1, and you all your skins, all your money transferred over to 2. So that's probably what they're gonna do. Now they know for sure
but
it works. Air quotes.
but if it's
They're gonna
gonna be Vice City, they're gonna have to rebuild the whole thing though because we're right now in Los Santos and all of that area. So in Overwatch, all it is you're using the same maps with some extra maps. I mean, they can get away with it because there's already the assets there. But if you got GTA 6, if it's going to be in Vice City, that's 2 different maps.
All right, hear
So,
me out. Ready? I got a song
okay.
for that too. You Call of Duty, one launcher, all your games.
Oh,
Same thing with Red Dead. Red Dead 2,
dang
You're
it.
gonna have
Yeah,
one launcher.
okay.
You
I
want to play
hate
San
that.
Andreas or
I
Vice
hate
City?
I
that.
don't like
Literally
launchers
hate
though.
What
Like,
else are they
Yeah.
gonna do? They're gonna want to keep San Andreas. They're for sure gonna want to keep that because that's where all your weed farms are. All your illegal businesses are over there. They're gonna want to keep it. And
unless like, this is just straight out of the ballpark, just dreaming. You have your online for GTA 5, but then you can in game you can fly over to GTA 6.
yeah, same thing.
But
It'll be a very long load screen to get to Vice City.
no, not with these SSDs nowadays with the consoles. If they just stick with the new ones. I mean, if
Yeah,
have you been looking at the Spider-Man loading when they switch between characters for Spider-Man 2?
yeah, I have. Yeah,
It's
I
near
remember.
instantaneous. It's
Yeah,
it's
I
not instant, but it's near instantaneous with the whole city loaded in.
mhm,
Like if we can
I
utilize those speeds and optimize it, that can be a possibility. But that's if they want to put the time into it. If not, it's
yeah.
just a completely separate game. GTA 6, but we still got years probably because that person who leaked may have set him back a bit. That's the only thing I can think of is that big old
Yeah.
Rockstar leak that happened. Was it earlier this year or was it last year?
I think it was
It was
last
this
year.
year.
It was
This
this
year?
Are you
year?
sure?
I thought it was
I feel
last
like it
year.
was this year.
I think it was this year. Oh, Carlos, yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah, for sure. There's no way they're not gonna do that. They're
If
gonna
they
transfer
transfer
it.
everyone's skins and money, I will get GTA 6. I would agree. I would like that. They just shut down Warzone 1. All the skins that I wanted there are not in Warzone 2 and
Hold on, there's a
I'm
Warzone 2,
disappointed. Yes, there's
There's
a
a
Warzone
Warzone
2.
2, bro.
the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I honestly
Yep.
did not know they were separate. there's
Yeah.
there's a sequel to that.
Something else you probably don't know? Counter-Strike 2.
Oh, that I do know. I was like,
Steam
yeah, I
Shadow
did hear
dropped it.
about that one.
Shadow released it. Got rid of. There's no more CS:GO, right? So now it's just Counter-Strike 2. I don't play. I've played. I don't play. Regularly.
That's a different league for me. If you're
Yeah.
gonna be playing with
Too
other people,
hardcore.
if you're a fan of the game, if you've been playing it for years, you'll probably get used to this one. I barely played it back in college. There was way too many people than the way higher skill level. The gap was like big, so I couldn't.
Yeah. I could never either. And that game is similar to, well, it's like a buy. I forget. It's buy guns. You buy stuff at the starting of the side of the round, and then you use it that round. Yeah.
Now, hold on, guys. The Counter Strike 2 is already out.
Yeah, it just came out.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Yesterday. Yeah.
I did not know this. I was like, that. It's
That is
wild
amazing.
because I feel like this, like Counter Strike. Like I feel like that's like, I don't know, like Checkers 2. I don't know. It feels like
Checkers
But they're
too.
saying, yeah, Checkers too. How do you make it better?
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know how they could make it better because that game did look dated. But yeah, I did not know this was already out. I know it's a big deal. But yeah, I did not
A
know.
very
it was
big
already
deal,
out.
yeah.
It's awesome.
It is
like-
really like a niche, like not niche, but like it is a game that like especially the people who grew up with the game. So Counter-Strike 1.6, 1.5, Counter-Strike Source that uses the Source engine, and Counter-Strike 2 with this new physics, especially the smoke physics, that one looks pretty cool. So
Yeah, updated smoke grenades. Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Not
Tempted
my
to
cup of
download
tea.
it.
No, I wouldn't play it. I mean, you play CS:GO, but not
2023 isn't even halfway over, but we've already had a number of fantastic video game releases.
Yeah, I would not. Would not.
I was like, that's crazy.
But yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing. Like for Red Dead 2, they're talking about that next gen port. That ever gonna happen? The Switch port is happening though, right? That is gonna happen at some point.
Did they say it was going to run
Uh,
off cloud?
Or was that? Yeah, would they run it off cloud? Because they have like what Control, I think, runs off the cloud on Switch.
Control runs off a cloud. Resident Evil 7 runs off a cloud. What other ones was it? There's a few of them. The Kingdom Hearts series on the Switch runs off the cloud.
Yeah.
It works if you have very stable internet, but it doesn't work well if you don't. Like if you live outside the city, you're not gonna get.
Me, Debbie.
Even if you have
Wait.
like really stable internet, that one like point of latency is just going to throw you completely off the game. That's what happened to me when I was running on Google Stadia.
Yeah, that's true. But I love Stadia. I wish I was still around.
You miss
But at the same
Stadia?
time, I do.
You had your free Stadia
I was
controller?
in college. I did. I have 4 of them now because everyone was selling them for like $10, $5. Trying to get rid of it.
They
Not
give me
off
it free because I had a YouTube Premium membership. And yeah, that's how I ended up with Stadia. Yeah, it's kind of sad. That's
Debbie,
when they
would
were like
you-
maximum desperate.
Debbie, would you play Red Dead on Switch? Any want to play Red Dead on Switch?
It would take me a lot to switch to Switch. You know,
Very nice. Yeah, the graphics I think are the big factor for me. I love how it looks on my PS5. And I know it looks better
but
on
they-
PC, but I like how it looks.
I mean, we did get The Witcher on Switch, so
And
it's
Oh
possible.
yeah,
It could be
Yes.
native.
and the
Well,
thing about
We
so
did
the
get
thing
Witcher.
I did appreciate the fact that CD Projekt Red, they put the money if you buy the physical copy, the whole game and DLC is on the big cartridge instead of doing the purchase a small cartridge and then you have to download the rest. They actually legit put the whole thing in the cartridge. So
Sweet.
a lot of places I freaking hate. Oh, you need to have extra storage. Mortal Kombat does that. It's just you load it, installs, runs part of it, but you need the rest of the install. Like not everyone has time to install everything. So I do a high props for CD Projekt Red to actually go that route. Everyone else is stingy about like I don't want to purchase for the full cartridge. You know.
Yeah.
Does GameStop still do the midnight releases, or the 9 p.m. releases? Physical copy?
Kind of. It depends on the game. It's not going to be dependent on any other games. It's really the game itself. Like I bet you the Call of Duty, the next one, like Modern Warfare
Is going
3,
Yeah,
they probably
Spider-Man
will.
probably too.
Possibly. But it's best if you go call ahead just to make sure that they have
And
people that
ask,
are.
yeah.
Just call them just to be like, hey, are you doing midnight releases? Okay,
They still
no.
do it for Pokemon.
Yeah, Target warning.
Is
Oh, I
Target
should have called
24/7,
ahead.
Or are they just late open? Late.
No, it's just in the morning. We just met up in the morning.
Oh. Ooh.
For the next
Yeah.
Pokemon game, we'll all meet together Well, I mean, at the same Target. Get
Yep,
some.
and everyone but me can buy it. Yeah, good job, guys.
I'll bring enough lawn chairs for everyone.
I'm down.
That's
I'm
right.
down.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm down to go. We're not. I'll
Be in the
play
moment.
Pokemon, I guess.
Pokemon's fun. Regardless what
I
the
don't know.
haters say.
I bought Scarlet Violet. Oh, I bought Scarlet.
Pain.
Didn't finish it. Can't finish it.
Yep. I don't think anybody finished it except for one guy in the entire
I did.
universe.
I'm still
I
working
He
on
enjoyed
it.
it.
And my daughter finished it too.
No DLC for you though, right? You're not doing the DLC.
No, not this year.
I can't torture himself like that.
Oh yeah, apparently it runs worse. I was like, oof. Nah, for
Have
me,
you ever
Arceus
played-
ruined me for the other games.
Dude, Arceus was great. That's one that I would like to see a part
was.
2 or another game like that.
They didn't even do DLC for that one, right?
They did post DLC, but like I think free. So there's just like it was mostly like updates to add to the end game content.
Okay.
I believe Arceus was the game that so there's a point when you start playing Pokemon that it just kind of feels repetitive. That you just feel like there's nothing changes to the formula. And Arceus, I felt Arceus was the prototype test of can we do an open world where you can just go in and just catch Pokemon? Now, granted, it felt open world, but like in section. But this gave us the opportunity where you can just go in, throw the Pokeball, and see if it catches. Not like other games where you have to encounter, do the whole fight sequence in 3D. Like you
Yeah,
literally can move
JRPG.
around. I fell in love like with Pokemon games like that all over again, and I'm kind of appreciated that Scarlet was able to stick with that formula of being out there in the open world, made it easier to kind of grind. There's like a balance to it. Now there, like I gotta repeat what a friend said. Scarlet, if they just need like the best part of Scarlet and Violet and the best parts of Arceus and kind of put that together, like it's the perfect Pokemon game will be like right there. But like each of them have like their cons that you're just like look into it, you almost have it right there, and it'll be the best selling game ever.
I always
So
feel
I-
like Pokemon's one game away from having the perfect Pokemon game, but it's always the next game. You know?
Yeah, the next
Yeah.
one was good. Yeah.
As terrible
Next
as
will
it
be
sounds, like I'm not a fan of live service games, but I feel like the perfect Pokemon game would probably be a live service game.
The perfect Pokemon game would have
Am I
like
alone in that?
There already is
NFTs
one.
and-
Don't you play Pokemon Go? That's a live service.
Oh god.
That is live service.
that is live service.
Get ready
It's very
to.
live
I had it. I mean, I suckered into community for Froakie because I went in my Greninjas, so I put the time into it.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yep.
guess Call of Duty is considered live service, even though they come out with games every other year now. And Modern Warfare 3 comes out in November this year. Are we gonna play it?
Carlos told us Modern Warfare 3 comes out November 2nd.
Yeah.
That's
we play
that's
it.
almost
Hey.
that's about a month from now or going on.
Dude, that is like literally a month.
Yeah. Now my thing is I remember hearing that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 they're going to use Modern Warfare 2 map from the original. So the original
That'd be
maps, I don't know what was the purpose of that unless it's just really trying to hit the nostalgia factor for the Modern
Probably.
Warfare crowd.
Wait, is
But
it
yeah,
November
I-
2 or November 10?
Google it.
We had a Call of Duty game like once every year
November
at
10th.
least. So
Initial release date the 10th.
okay.
Yes, 10th.
Might
Still,
be like
I don't know. It's gonna
early
be
access
on
thing.
old gen too. So this game is still gonna be on
Ooh, is it?
PS4 and Xbox One.
And if
Yeah.
the engine's working, I mean,
don't
what
know.
else?
Yeah,
What else is there to change on a Call of Duty game? Anyways, it's just people just want to be like, "Hey, I got my weapons, I got this," and then we're back over to it. Oh, that's right, Carlos. Zombies. I haven't seen a zombies game
Zombies.
in somewhere, so I think that would at least hit that market of people who want
Yeah.
to play zombie games.
I've been saying this since World at War. I want a standalone zombie game from Treyarch or Call of Duty, whatever. That's what I want. I don't want the multiplayer. I don't want campaign. I want zombie. That's my dream right there. They did it for
I think they
GTA
said
Online and Red Dead.
zombies are coming for Modern Warfare 3 now.
Yeah, but it's gonna be part of the game. You can't just buy it separately.
Oh, you want a separate, like a whole totally live service zombie game from Call of Duty.
Yeah, or even if it is the Call of Duty Zombies mode, I don't want to buy the other modes. I'm not gonna play campaign, play multiplayer probably. I just want to play zombies.
So yeah, they're going to monetize that. You know that, right?
I don't know. I hope not. You know.
Careful what you wish for, especially with
Hey,
Activision.
I'll take it. I'll take
I was like, hey, they found a way to ruin Diablo for all of us.
it.
They did.
Don't put it past
Then,
them.
if I remember, there was Treyarch, Raven Software, and Sledgehammer Games are all working on Call of Duty games. So that's how we're able to push. They were able to like get us like a Call of Duty game and updates like within about a year. So there's always like a thing for it.
Oh man.
Yep.
I'm glad I burned out on Call of Duty. I jump in when friends want to play sometimes, but other than that, no.
I was about to say, were you just trying to rope me in right now?
No,
Say
I
it
was,
burned out.
I was just surprised.
No,
that
I'm
you
glad I
played
burned out on
Counter-Strike.
it. But yeah, we should play it.
I
Wait, it's
played
time to
Warzone.
rope back in Walter, though. Let Walter speak. Walter, how do you feel about the retirement? We all know
Jim
what
Ryan.
we're talking about. Retirement.
Oh,
Come on. Gone. And that's how we're going to
Oh,
close
yeah.
this podcast. Alrighty, go for it. Say
so
goodbye.
so I guess this was a bombshell a couple of days ago. Jim Ryan announcing his retirement in March 2024. So my first thought, hear me out, guys. This is very far fetched, but my first thought was, it's time for Phil Spencer to move in. And I don't mean merge Xbox and PlayStation. I mean, Phil could finally get all he wants. He could get the games. He could get the relationship with Japan. He could stop being number 3 and become the CEO of PlayStation. Oh man, that was my gut reaction. Everything he wants,
Not
it's
gonna
right there now.
Straight
It's available.
Anakin. Straight Anakin.
Walter has the craziest ideas when things like that happen. He wants Phil Spencer, and I do like Phil Spencer, but he has the crazy idea. You can say McDonald's is going to close and Phil Spencer take over. He says he's going to bring McDonald's franchises everywhere for everyone, and
McDonald's Game Pass.
He's going to bring the Whopper.
There we
to
go, right
McDonald's.
there. My cup. Free Game Pass for a month. Let's go.
Every month, every large drink. There you go. Back.
Man, I'd stock up on that. Yeah.
But no, in all seriousness though, for me there is a little bit of concern because I did read, I think this dropped today or yesterday, that the interim CEO is going to be what's his name? I'm going to butcher his name. I even wrote it down here to try to help me pronounce it. Hiroki Toki. Yeah, good luck with that. But yeah, so that's very interesting because apparently he thinks the mobile gaming is better than console.
I'm telling y'all should be scared of the new iPhones, guys. If y'all didn't take it serious at the keynote. Yeah, that's right. Mr. Intern CEO, he sees it.
We're gonna go. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just gonna add, like, he also has an obsession with growth, which I don't think is a bad thing, but
you have to at that position. You have to.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Xbox is doing that, right? This is gobbling up other studios, other publishers, just gobbling up growth. I can't see PlayStation doing that. Who are they gonna buy? They already bought Bungie. Who's left?
Square Enix. I don't know what they keep doing, but they keep messing up their stocks.
Yeah,
we keep lowering that price.
All I gotta remember is, regardless about the mobile gaming, remember what happened with Diablo when they came out there and said you guys don't have phones, and
what you don't have phones?
It was, what? Hey, that left a sour note on everyone else. So just telling you, not everything has to be mobile. Exactly. The only thing mobile I would like is my Switch because it's a hybrid, right? That's just me.
But it's a dedicated.
Yeah, device. It is a dedicated.
It is dedicated.
It's like I don't see my fantasy football scores and my PlayStation games there.
I can't do Xbox Cloud streaming on my Switch yet. That was
Not
Switch
yet.
2 news, right? Switch 2? The Switch 2 rumors coming? Anyone see those?
Oh, I mean, unless you've been under a rock,
those are all over the place.
I was like, yeah, but it does sound like we are getting some more solid evidence on the Switch. True, too. So next year could be very expensive with the PlayStation Pro and the Switch 2 and all digital Xbox. I know Xbox been crying for that.
How did they word it? Like
adorably
like
digital.
Adorable. That was the word they used. Adorably digital.
This is from
like that.
comicbook.com. The new 3D Super Mario game reportedly releasing in 2024 will be open world, and it's gonna launch with the Switch 2.
I'm sorry. Who's the source? I did hear this, but I didn't hear this.
Comicbook.com.
Okay, but who are they sourcing? Zippo, or somebody like that,
Zippo.
right?
He apparently has been right and wrong in the past, but this will be the first. Zippo. This will be the first 3D Mario game to launch with a Nintendo console since 1996 Super Mario 64. So since the 64, there hasn't been a Mario game released with Nintendo console.
Wow.
Yeah.
To be fair, that would be exciting for me. I would be open to Mario open world. Like, I'm kind of like in that camp right now. Like, Nintendo would have to kind of give me a little more to make me get a new Switch. But yeah, an open Mario would probably do that for me.
Pretty I think they're gonna do open regions. Like, I think they're probably gonna do big open regions, kind of like the way. Well, no, I can see big open because Odyssey was basically open regions, right?
Multiple levels, multiple regions.
Yeah, it had like a world, and then you travel in the ship. Very similar to Starfield.
Yeah.
But then you go in the menu and then select the next world. So you wouldn't fly around. But
also a game I didn't beat.
That is a game I beat. One of the few games I beat. Yes, I beat that game.
Nintendo Dusty. Telling you guys, I don't know.
Nintendo Dusty. Man, all right. Well, let's try to close it up with one of our fan sections, like comments in the chat. Let's see. How many hours a week do you game?
Oh.
And Debbie, we'll start with Debbie since I kind of took her.
So I do 1 hour like every 6 weeks. It's only like because no one wants to play with me, and I only do online gaming. And it's like every one of my friends are flakes. I tell them a time, and then they're like, "Oh, you meant 10?" And then I'm like, "No, I meant 8 when I said 8." So, anyways, never happens. So great. And then no one wants to play Apex with me, which is my favorite game. And then I have people like Walter over there who hates COD. So whatever.
And tell him your husband will gladly play any game you want, but you don't play with him.
Ooh, okay.
I don't want to
I'm the husband.
I want to play games. Can't ask William, hey, what's your color? Oh my god. Because
I'm gonna section off like right there. I'm not gonna.
Thank you. Thank you. Walter, you're next. This has been a tough week for you, Walter. How many hours a week do you normally game versus this week?
Right. Yeah, so on weeks I'm not working the entire time. I want to say it's probably around 10 hours a week. I don't know if that's too much or too little. It feels like too little half the time with how long some of these games are, especially my cup of tea games, JRPGs. But yeah, 10. But I want to say 8 to 10 hours a week. I was like, yeah.
Now, is that including the Diablo release time? How many hours a week were you putting in when Diablo released?
Man, Diablo, that was wild.
That was a part-time job. Especially for
no, that was
8 hours
a
day.
Full-time job. I was off that week.
On Diablo 4 release day.
Let me see. I don't know. What is this? How many hours I get? 200.
Meanwhile, Rogelio, Dorky Raptor, how many?
I'm sorry, on Diablo, I probably played 6 to 7 hours a day that first week.
Hey,
we had no family that week.
Yeah,
that
comes out
to almost 50 hours a week, by the way, for math.
Yeah. So for me, it depends on how I feel for the day. I usually end up playing a little bit late at night, so maybe I'll put like an hour or two, like maybe 2 hours at the most in the evening, because I spent part of my time either I had to go work out or I'm trying to get making sure I get my workout sessions. And but lately I have been going to this fighting game weekly that happens at Otaku like lately, just starting like last week. So I get like another few hours there. So let's say about like maybe 10 hours for the week. At least on average, a little bit more depending on the game. A little bit more depending on depending on how things go.
This is gonna be very quick. Dustin, say your non-existent number. Go for it.
I usually play. If I play, it's like 0 to like 4 hours every week. Yeah, it hangs a lot around that 0. Yeah.
See, I
mean, I got other things that I do. I'm sorry, I do a lot of home automations. I'm on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, guys. Like,
gotta get that TikTok cloud.
I gotta get that TikTok. I'm here watching YouTubers. And then
Anyway, show them up, William.
I'm actively making TikToks again, guys. I'm back on it. The grind. Yeah.
Show them up, William.
I feel bad. I feel bad
show them
because
up. Show them up.
I put at least 15 to 20 hours a week because I can do probably 3-4 hours a day because I can do work before my work, during work, as when I play usually. So I can do probably 4 to 5 a day. And if I do 5 hours a day every day that week, that comes out to, what is that, 35 hours? So I can put a lot of hours in. Like, I'm probably halfway done with Liza P. And I started this week.
Dude, how's Liza P?
It's pretty good. It's probably one of the better Souls-like games I've.
Nice.
A friend of the show, Mike, actually recommended it to me. He was like, "You should try it. I got beat by this boss 40 times. You should really do it though." I'm like, "Yeah."
Hey, there was a patch that made the bosses easier. Apparently.
I hope so. That's great. It's a Game Pass game, so yeah.
I have it installed. Will I ever launch it?
See, what's stopping me from actually beating it is Cyberpunk. The game is really good. I put Starfield on hold because I want to play Liza P, and when I need to pause, Cyberpunk.
Nice.
You can't pause Souls games.
Yes, I can attest to the long hours. I don't have a husband. Yes, I understand. That's our podcast, guys. That's where we're going.
I will before we end it there. I will say I would drop the games, Debbie, to play Apex with you. Okay, and just throwing that out there to the world.
Everyone else, download Apex so we could be the filler for the third.
We'll rotate in.
We're rotating. We're on call. Apex on call. Right, okay, we got it.
Did everybody want to do a self plug?
Nah, you can just find me a Dorky Raptor on most things. Don't follow me on Twitter though. Don't follow me on Twitter though. I reshare like anime chicks.
TikTok.
We X.
YouTube.
X.
Yeah.
X. Right.
Soon to be followed by Elon Musk.
All right. Dustin, put all
this in the description. Well, good night, everyone.
Thanks for